The United States Constitution is the bedrock of American law. It outlines the structure of the government and guarantees certain rights to all citizens. One of the most important rights enshrined in the Constitution is birthright citizenship. This principle states that any person born within the United States is automatically a U.S. citizen. The 14th Amendment, adopted in 1868, guarantees this right. Birthright citizenship is a fundamental aspect of American identity. It reflects the nation's history as a land of immigrants and its commitment to equality. Understanding its historical context is crucial for comprehending its significance today. The 14th Amendment is a cornerstone of American civil rights. Ratified in 1868, it was a direct response to the injustices of slavery and the Civil War. The amendment aimed to address the legal status of formerly enslaved people and ensure their full participation in American society. Its most enduring legacy is the guarantee of birthright citizenship. The Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment declares, "All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside." This clear and unambiguous language establishes the principle of birthright citizenship as a fundamental right. The 14th Amendment's framers intended to overturn the Dred Scott decision, which had denied citizenship to black people. They sought to create a more inclusive and just society where birth on American soil would be the sole determinant of citizenship. This amendment has had a profound impact on the demographic makeup of the United States. It has ensured that generations of immigrants and their children, born on U.S. soil, are recognized as full and equal citizens. The 14th Amendment remains a cornerstone of American democracy, guaranteeing equal protection and due process of law to all citizens. The path to birthright citizenship faced significant obstacles. One major challenge was the Dred Scott decision of 1857. This Supreme Court case exposed deep national divisions over slavery and citizenship. Dred Scott, an enslaved man, sued for his freedom after living in free states. The Supreme Court ruled against him. Chief Justice Taney declared black people could never be U.S. citizens. This decision deepened the North-South divide, leading to the Civil War. The 14th Amendment later repudiated the Dred Scott decision. It affirmed citizenship for all born in the U.S., regardless of race. Even before the 14th Amendment, Congress took steps to address the citizenship rights of black Americans. The Civil Rights Act of 1866, passed just 1 year after the Civil War, was a landmark piece of legislation that aimed to dismantle the legal framework of slavery and establish equality for all citizens. This act declared all persons born in the United States, except for Native Americans not taxed, to be citizens. It granted them equal rights to make and enforce contracts, sue and be sued, give evidence in court, and inherit, purchase, lease, sell, hold, and convey real and personal property. The Civil Rights Act of 1866 faced strong opposition from President Andrew Johnson, who vetoed the bill. However, Congress, determined to secure the rights of black Americans, overrode his veto, marking a significant victory for civil rights. This act was a crucial step towards equality. It laid the groundwork for the 14th Amendment, which would solidify the principles of birthright citizenship and equal protection under the law. The Civil Rights Act of 1866 remains a testament to the ongoing struggle for civil rights in the United States. Congressional debates and the intent of the 14th Amendment. The drafting and ratification of the 14th Amendment involved extensive debates within Congress. These debates provide valuable insights into the framers' intentions regarding birthright citizenship. While there was broad agreement on the need to grant citizenship to formerly enslaved people, some lawmakers expressed concerns about the amendment's potential impact on other groups, particularly immigrant communities. Some senators raised questions about whether the Citizenship Clause would apply to children born in the U.S., to parents who were not citizens themselves. These concerns were often rooted in anxieties about rapid immigration, particularly from China. Despite these concerns, the prevailing understanding during these debates was that the 14th Amendment granted birthright citizenship broadly. The amendment's supporters argued that its language was clear and unambiguous, leaving no room for exceptions based on the citizenship status of one's parents. The debates surrounding the 14th Amendment highlight the complexity of the issues at hand. They demonstrate the challenges of balancing competing interests and crafting legislation that would have far-reaching consequences for the nation's future. Wong Kim Ark, Affirming Birthright Citizenship. The 14th Amendment's guarantee of birthright citizenship faced its first major legal test in the landmark case of United States v. Wong Kim Ark in 1898. This case involved Wong Kim Ark, who was born in San Francisco to Chinese parents who were legal residents but not citizens of the United States. After a trip to China, Wong Kim Ark was denied re-entry to the United States. Immigration officials argued that he was not a U.S. citizen because his parents were not citizens. The case eventually reached the Supreme Court, which ruled in favor of Wong Kim Ark. The Supreme Court, in a 6-2 decision, affirmed that Wong Kim Ark was a U.S. citizen by birth. The court's decision relied heavily on the 14th Amendment's Citizenship Clause, emphasizing the principle of birthright citizenship. The court rejected the government's argument, stating that the 14th Amendment did not create any exceptions for children born to non-citizen parents. The Wong Kim Ark case solidified the principle of birthright citizenship in the United States. It established a precedent that has been upheld for over a century, affirming that anyone born on U.S. soil is a citizen, regardless of their parents' immigration status. Challenges to birthright citizenship, a persistent issue. Despite the 14th Amendment and the precedent, challenges to birthright citizenship have persisted throughout U.S. history. These challenges often arise during times of heightened anti-immigrant sentiment and reflect broader debates about American identity and belonging. In recent decades, some lawmakers and activists have called for an end to birthright citizenship. They argue that the 14th Amendment was never intended to grant citizenship to children born to undocumented immigrants. These critics propose various measures to restrict birthright citizenship, such as requiring at least one parent to be a U.S. citizen or legal permanent resident for their child to acquire citizenship at birth. Opponents of these efforts argue that they are unconstitutional and discriminatory. They maintain that changing birthright citizenship would require a constitutional amendment, a difficult and unlikely prospect. They also argue that such changes would create a class of stateless people and undermine the very fabric of American society. The debate over birthright citizenship is likely to continue, reflecting the complex and evolving nature of immigration in the United States. As the nation grapples with issues of immigration reform and national identity, the question of who is considered an American citizen will remain a contentious and significant one. Historical context: Jus Soli versus Jus Sanguinis. To fully understand the concept of birthright citizenship in the United States, it is essential to consider its historical context. The principle of or right of the soil, which grants citizenship based on place of birth, has its roots in English common law. This legal tradition, inherited by the United States, contrasts with, or right of blood, which determines citizenship based on the citizenship of one's parents. The United States' embrace of reflects its history as a nation founded by immigrants. The framers of the Constitution recognized the importance of attracting settlers to the new nation and establishing a clear path to citizenship for their descendants. While is the prevailing principle for acquiring citizenship at birth in the United States, elements of are also present in U.S. law. For example, children born abroad to U.S. citizen parents may acquire U.S. citizenship at birth, even if they are born outside U.S. territory. The interplay between and in U.S. law reflects the complex historical and philosophical underpinnings of citizenship. It also highlights the unique aspects of American identity, shaped by both its immigrant heritage and its commitment to equal rights and opportunities for all. Native Americans and the 14th Amendment. While the 14th Amendment was a significant step towards equality, it did not initially grant citizenship to all people born within the borders of the United States. Native Americans, despite being born on U.S. soil, were not recognized as citizens until the passage of the Indian Citizenship Act of 1924. The exclusion of Native Americans from the 14th Amendment's guarantee of birthright citizenship stemmed from the complex legal relationship between Native American tribes and the federal government. Treaties and legal precedents had established a unique status for Native American tribes, recognizing them as domestic dependent nations. The Indian Citizenship Act of 1924 finally extended U.S. citizenship to all Native Americans born within the territorial limits of the United States. This act recognized the inherent right of Native Americans to citizenship in their own land, and marked a significant, albeit belated, step towards fulfilling the promise of equality for all Americans. The historical exclusion of Native Americans from birthright citizenship serves as a reminder that the path to equality is often marked by struggle, and that the fight for full inclusion and recognition continues. Conclusion: the enduring significance of birthright citizenship. Birthright citizenship remains a cornerstone of American democracy, reflecting the nation's founding ideals of equality and opportunity. The 14th Amendment's guarantee of citizenship to all persons born in the United States, regardless of their parents' immigration status, has shaped the nation's demographic landscape and fostered a society that embraces diversity. From the Dred Scott decision to the Wong Kim Ark case, the history of birthright citizenship in the United States has been marked by legal battles and societal debates. These challenges reflect the complex and evolving nature of immigration and national identity. Despite these challenges, the principle of birthright citizenship has endured. It remains a testament to the nation's commitment to the ideals of equality and inclusion. As the United States continues to grapple with issues of immigration and citizenship, the 14th Amendment's guarantee of birthright citizenship will remain a vital safeguard of American values. The debate over birthright citizenship is likely to persist. However, understanding its historical context, legal foundations, and societal implications is crucial for engaging in informed and nuanced discussions about this fundamental right. As the United States navigates the challenges of the 21st century, the principle of birthright citizenship will continue to shape the nation's identity and future.